I got a call from a distressed homeowner. It said, Ollie, someone stole my ceiling fan. It's deeply upsetting. Well, I said, yeah, that does sound worrying. Um, I can come by in a few. You're here in the city? I said, yes, here's my address. I gave him, and he gave Ollie the address. So I went over there, and they went into the living room there. Ollie saw up where there would have been normally a ceiling fan. There was a rough hole with wires dangling and some damage to the ceiling around that. Oh, I said, oh my. Looks like someone just yanked the whole ceiling fan out. Why would they do that? I said, well, that's where it gets suspicious. You see, I had something hidden in the ceiling fan. I said, what? Hidden in the ceiling fan? Yes. It was a ruby. It is a ruby. I hid it inside because I thought it would be safe there. And I guess somebody found out. I don't know how. They broke into my house and stole my ceiling fan to steal my ruby, I assume. I said, why did you have the ruby there as opposed to somewhere, I don't know, else? They said, well, I could pay a lot of money for a safe deposit box, but I thought if I hid it in my ceiling fan, it would be safe. I couldn't imagine why. Who takes down a ceiling fan? I don't know. I'm baffled. I've never told anybody about it. Not even my wife knew it was there. I just told her I had the ruby hidden safely, and she was fine with that. I don't know. I'm baffled. The only person that knows is my dog. Also, I said, okay. Let's take a look around. Let's see here. And I looked around, and it was a pretty normal house in most respects. The living room was pretty normal too. It's probably like 12 by 15 or so, the room. And there was a big tall bookcase, about 10 feet away from the fan. And there were two couches facing each other and a coffee table in the middle. On the other side, sort of in the corner, there's a little dry bar with some whiskey and some gin and things like that on it. It's a nice little room. The ripped out ceiling fan was a bad look. I also noticed that on the couches, and on the table there was some drywall dust and a broken glass. So tell me about the ceiling fan. What was it? What did it look like? Oh, well, it was a pretty regular one. It had a metal fixture with some light bulbs in it. The shade for it was a plexiglass, which is kind of interesting. I hadn't really seen that before, so I thought that was a nice feature. It used LEDs, so it was energy efficient. The fans, well, all the pieces other than the shade were painted white. Had two chains coming out of the bottom like a normal ceiling fan. You can get back in bed right now. Oh, hi, but you need to be in bed, sweetheart. I said, huh. Okay, so tell me about the household. Who lives here? Oh, well, it's me and my wife, Cheryl, and then we have our dog and our cat. And that's it. We have a son, but he's already grown up and out of the house. He's in college. And, we haven't really had anybody in the house in months, with the whole COVID thing. It's just been us. Even the groceries, they're delivered to the front porch. So I'm baffled. I said, who else? Does anyone else have keys? Like a neighbor that has keys or something? I said, no, we probably should do that. But one of our neighbors had keys, but they moved away and gave us our keys back. So, my son has a key. But, he's all the way in Indianapolis. So, plus, he'll inherit the ruby, so there's no reason for him to steal it. I said, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let me think. And I looked very carefully, and he sort of noticed, he wasn't sure, but he thought he saw a bit of a trail. Ingrid, stop fidgeting right now. You've already said okay, and you kept fidgeting again. All right. It was faint, but there was some dust, like from the drywall maybe, or from the top of the ceiling fan. Some sort of dirt, and a very faint trail leading from the coffee table around to the back of the couch. Ollie followed it. It led out of the room toward the back of the house. That's when Ollie noticed that there's sort of a doorway between this room and the dining room. A big wide doorway, like, most of the width of the room. But there was a bit of a threshold there. And there's a ding. About a foot up from the bottom. A pretty noticeable ding on the trim work. I pointed it out. I said, is that damage to the molding there been there for a while? I said, oh, no, I don't think so. No, I feel like I would have seen that. That must be new. I said, okay. It kept following the trail, and it led toward the back of the house. At the back of the house, he noticed that there were some little chunks of shredded wood and some more damage on the trim work. Ingrid, you said you would stop fidgeting, so stop. I don't want to hear okay again. I want to see you stop fidgeting. Lie still. There's nothing to see. I said, with the fan blades, what were they made out of? I said, oh, they were wood. They're painted wood. I said, okay. And he pointed out the little bits of shredded wood. I said, I think that the ceiling fan came this way. I said, yeah, I think you're right. I hadn't noticed that trail before, but yeah. So I followed it out the door. I saw some what looked like white flecks of paint on the stairs, which were concrete stairs, 3 stairs down into the yard. And there, all I could see plain as day, there was another trail through the grass where it looked like something had been dragged, leading to a shed. I said, tell me about that shed back there. Oh, yeah, I mean, there's some bicycles and stuff in there, I guess, but mostly my dog just hangs out there. I said, really? I said, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. He likes it, though. I said, well, I've got a hunch here. Let's follow it through. So they walked back, followed the trail all the way to the shed. The shed door was open, kind of blocking their view. So they came around to the side. And as soon as they turned the corner, the guy said, Oh, Sheldon. No, what are you doing? No. You stop that right now. No, bad dog. How did you do this? What? How? See, what they had turned around the corner to find was Sheldon, the dog, with the ceiling fan. And he was chewing on one of the fan blades. He had it pretty well chewed up, pretty well destroyed. I said, does he... What? I'm a little confused about what's going on here. I said, well, I mean, my dog has the ceiling fan. I said, okay, I feel like we should put the dog's behavior aside, and you should see if the ruby is still there. I said, oh, my gosh, you're right. Hold on. And he opened a piece between the motor and the light. Oh, good, it's here. Oh, my goodness. And he pulled it out, and it was a big ruby. It was like, I don't know, twice as big as a cat's eyeball. Ingrid, stop. Don't tell me you will. Stop, now, right now. Oh, it's here. Thank goodness. Oh, it's such a relief. He put it in his pocket for safekeeping. I said, but how did this... I said, I've got an idea. Can you get me like a dog treat? Do you have milk bones or something? I said, yeah, we have some milk bones. He's really into them. Come on, boy. And Ollie followed him, and the dog followed him too, into the kitchen. And the guy handed Ollie the milk bone. Said, okay, he's been pretty eager for it. And quick as a lick, Ollie went into the room where the ceiling fan had been removed and climbed up on the bookshelf. So, what are you doing? I'm testing a theory. And the dog, Sheldon, got up on the back of the couch and jumped so high into the air. Ollie held the treat almost by the ceiling, and the dog reached it and snapped it gently but firmly out of Ollie's grasp. The guy said, oh, you're kidding me. I said, I'm afraid not. For some reason, your dog attacked your ceiling fan. I said, oh, I know exactly why. He really likes grabbing stuff that's moving. He's like a cat that way. It's bizarre. But if you, wave an umbrella at him or something, he says, shh. How do you know? Yes. Yes, they saw the dog chewing on the blade already. I had no idea you could jump that high. I mean, I'm impressed. But, so, I said, yeah. I'm afraid there's no mystery here. Your dog attacked your ceiling fan and ripped it out of the ceiling. But you're lucky. The damage is pretty minor. You gotta give me a ceiling fan. Some drywall repair. A little bit of cleanup. But you still have your dog and you still have your Ruby. I said, yeah, no, you're right. Well, Ollie, I want to thank you. I was terrified that there was a burglar that had broken in and found out about my secret. I'll have to find a new place to hide it now, though. What do you mean? I said, well, like I said, only me and the dog know where the Ruby is. If I put it back there, then that'll make 3, because you'll know. I said, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, good luck. And call me anytime. And that was the story of Ollie and the stolen ceiling fan.